As I had mentioned earlier, we might have some of these technical difficulties. So 33 for 1, American College Cricket Dream 11 USA team after 6 overs. And that's a loud appeal. And Adrian survives. So Saad Zafar. No, this is now Hassan Mirza, the captain of the Canadian team. Captain, organizer, administrator. And he pitches that one nicely, flights it. And played defensively by Adrian Gordon out into the offside. Hassan Mirza was captain of the Ryerson team squad since 2011. Handed over the reins to Obaid Ullah. And Adrian pulls this hard. Nicely fielded, even though he misfields. He did well to stop that well-hit ball. And I believe that was Aslan Khan in the short mid-wicket area. Hassan. Outside the off stump, Jaron Chaco plays and misses. Now we'll swung away by Jaron Chaco. Will that get to the boundary? A man has come around. It does not. Nicely picked up and beautiful throw in. Picked up on the run and thrown in well. We'll have to find out who's that. So some lovely field in there as Hassan Mirza of Ryerson and Canadian College Cricket bowls. And that's turned away on the onside, and a hit would have probably gotten a wicket there, and another mix-up, and again a possibility of a run out. These two have to talk it over. They're totally confused there in the run-in, and they need to communicate better there, because ultimately they got a lot of runs out of that, but it could have been a lot of damage. So 6 out of that. 41 for 1 now, USA, after 7 overs. And that's almost 6 runs and over with 9 wickets in hand. So the weather, very bright, lovely sunny weather, clear blue skies. A little cool, not exactly standing around weather, but of course these cricketers are such passionate players of the game that they'll play in 50 degrees even. And that one pops up into the air. In a way, it looked as though he deliberately put that over the inner fielder. It was quite safe. Had he hit that harder, it could have gone to the man in the deep. As it was, they got a single. So Jaron Chaco moves on to, and that's played defensively. As Saad Zafar, the left-hander, 2 left-arm spinners bowling right now. The Canadian team with a lot of spinners. We've yet to see Nikhil Datta. We'll no doubt see him bowl later on. He has been devastating internationally playing for Canada. He's devastated teams in Indianapolis, devastated teams in Houston. I have seen him bowl well in American college cricket, but I've also seen American college cricket players playing well. So it'll be interesting to see. No doubt he'll be coming on later. Played defensively into the offside by Jaron Chaco. And Chaco right now is on 18 off 24 balls with 3 boundaries. Adrian Gordon 11 off 13. And strangely enough has not hit a boundary yet. And this one is running down. Will they get 4 from this? An opportunity there for another run, but they just got 2. Ultimately a save with the foot. by the fielder in the deep, running around, and saved 2 runs there for Canada. Sad Zafar, left arm spinner, and that one drops a bit short. Gordon pulls that. Long on will run in and field it. Farhan Khan in the deep, a vice president of Toronto District Cricket Association and Toronto District Cricket Association, partnering with American College Cricket and Canadian College Cricket to make this event happen. We'd like to, of course, express our appreciation for the Toronto District Cricket Association, one of the more admirable leagues in the country as well as the U.S. And this is a pleasure to be here. So we Farhan also plays for Ryerson. Of course, in American college cricket, 2 alumni are allowed to play on a team. Hence, it gives guys an opportunity to fulfill dreams that they might not have had whilst they were actually in school, and keeps them involved and supporting their. As this one has played defense well, seems to have wrapped him on the pad. Some appeal, but the umpire is not interested. Hassan Mirza, the left arm spinner, is the bowler. Oh, sorry, right arm. And was wondering if I'm seeing reverse. The left-hander was Saad, who just finished his over. And these two have not been communicating that well with the run-in. But so Jaron Chaco on the non-striker's end and Adrian Gordon facing. And he chops this one, looking for a run that's not there. It's straight to the fielder. However, it is a good thing to look as though you're looking for a run in situations like that and put the fielder under some pressure. He might try to throw that ball in, end up with a wild throw and get some overthrows. Adrian pulls this one again. Looks like deja vu down to Farhan Khan in the deep. And there's a single. So Hassan Mirza, and now also the president of Canadian College Cricket. And that one's outside the off stump. Jaron Chaco swinging at it. Jaron Chaco plays for Embry-Riddle, has been their captain and club president, and one of the many student leaders we have in American college cricket who've helped develop the game in their part of the country. And this one will be just a single. And Hassan Mirza, of course, a prime example of that, doing what he's done with the Ryerson Cricket Club, and now being a force in the start of Canadian college cricket. Ever since York University won the American College Cricket Championship back in 2010, speaking as the founder of American College Cricket, I myself wanted to see the game develop in Canada as we've been doing in the U.S. And beyond just doing a tournament, having the teams having continuity and trying to move the game forward in terms of profile. And now, with the leadership of Hassan Mirza, we're hoping that Canadian college cricket will do that. I'm not sure what the hold-up is right now, but the captain, Manik Kuchru, is having a chat with Adrian Gordon. And play will resume. Score now 47 for 1 after 9 overs. After 9 overs, Chaco on 20, Gordon on 13, and perhaps Manik was telling them it's time to pull out the stops and go after the bowling. Plenty of wickets in hand. And with 2 stroke players at the wicket, there's no reason for not going after the bowling. Now that's also easier said than done. As coming into the attack is Nikhil Dutta. He plays for Ryerson University and he plays for the Canadian national team, has been a devastating off spinner. And his first one is pulled by Jacko. The man at long on will field. And again, that's Farhan Khan getting some work done in the deep. And as we as we see the very busy Obaid Ullah, who's been so proactive in the organization of this event. And that's pulled away for 6 by Gordon. So we see the entrance of Nickel Dutta, the devastating spinner for Canada. And Adrian greets him by pulling him for 6. So we see the first 6 of the innings. And and um, and good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. What's your name? Wajad Mirza,
Good afternoon, everybody.
and he happens to be the brother of Hassan as well.
Absolutely.
And now, of course, you're going to be very objective, aren't you?
How you doing? I am indeed.
Yeah. You'll tell
Well,
us
it's a lovely
when
atmosphere.
Hassan bowls a bad ball, won't you?
Absolutely. Well, I've been seeing him from my childhood, so I know.
It's Nickel Dutta. And this one's
Well,
hit in the air. It'll be high. He could take the catch, but of course he's looking into the sun. But he
it
takes
was a
it
catch.
well. A good
Excellent
good
catch. It was a
Yep.
good catch. Excellent bowling.
So Nickel Dutta.
Canada is keeping a good pressure on.
Yep, I've seen Nickel do that. He'll come on, get hit one ball, and then take a wicket the next ball. I saw him do that in Houston recently. So Jaron Chaco goes. We'll tell you his stats in a second. As going out to the wicket is Manik Kutru, the captain of the American College Cricket Dream 11 team. And he is, of course, from Harvard, the captain of the Harvard team. Remind you, of course, you're watching real cricket, but there are times when you're not watching real cricket, you want to play some fantasy cricket.
Absolutely.
Dream
Absolutely.
Series 11 is the place to go. And of course, reminding you that on the commentary, it's Lloyd. I'm Lloyd Jodah. Of course, everyone can call me Lloyd, and founder and president of American College Cricket,
Absolutely, Lloyd.
but also commentator.
Absolutely, Lloyd. Well, you're doing a fantastic job here, Lloyd.
So, Wajid, the weather is great. We've
Well,
got a
that's-
lot of talent here,
Yep.
and I'm looking forward to seeing more of the great cricket we've seen so far.
Absolutely. That's exactly why we are here, and it's going very good actually.
Yeah,
The
because
atmosphere is great. Everybody's enjoying the game. It was a good ball. What I've seen is they're just trying to keep it as straight as possible. Like Canadian team, they're bowling wicket to wicket. They actually have good spinners, which they're using it very well, Mr. Hassan Mirza.
I think you can say that
And it was
again.
a good call, and I think it was given out.
That's a bad blow there for the U.S. Yeah, I didn't realize the umpire had raised his hand. I guess he didn't put it up in the
Yeah,
air.
put
He
it up in the air
front
for a
of him,
second,
so we
yep.
couldn't tell. But that's a big blow there for in favor of Canada and against the U.S. Adrian had just hit Nickel for 6, and he goes swinging across the line, and the umpire feeling that he was LBW. So it's now 54 for 3,
54 for 3.
and the next batsman is Vic Jairam. Is it Vic Jairam? No, it's Azkima. We're doing commentary, man. We're on the air. What's wrong with you?
It's not your phone, indeed.
Hmm? Mm. Askima, the
So I
batsman.
believe Hassan Mirza is back on bowling.
Askima, of
Is that
course, has
Hassan?
played for NYU Polytechnic. He also played in the New York City High School League, the PSAL, and he played in the NYPD Youth League.
Right on.
As Hassan Mirza
Hassan
comes in
Mirza
right now.
comes in.
I think you
Right
know the
arm
bowler.
spinner. I know the boy very well. He's bowling straight. He's bowling good. Oh, it's much better.
So Hassan keeping the ball right on the right spot there. And of course, both batsmen are new at this point. So Canada looking to keep the screws
Keep
tight
this goose straight. Yep.
and again pitching it nicely. Manik Kutru driving. Manik Kutru, the captain of the Dream 11 Series
Trim.
captain for the USA. A nice shot, but
Yeah, nice shot.
straight to the fielder
Forward.
and not a lot of power in it, but just looked good. Well, of course, he just got in there, so he
Absolutely.
just wants to get his eye in. As Hassan Mirza flights that one nicely, and this one is stroked down to the deep mid-off area, and he will get a single. Bring in the other new batsman, Askima, on strike, as is about 6'4", and a true American cricketer. Like as I was saying, he played high school, he played NYPD Youth League, and then played American college cricket from the time he went to college at the age 17. He just graduated just 2 days ago, age 20, with his degree from NYU
Excellent.
Polytechnic. And
So it was the end of over.
the batsman will have a chat in the middle. So Askimo is a perfect example of what we hope we'll have a lot more in terms of cricketers in the US and Canada, growing with the game, staying with the game,
Staying with the game.
through school, through college, and that's the way really the game will make any progress. As we'll get the name of the bowler, it's Nikhil Dutta. Nikhil got two
Nikhil
wickets
Dutta, yep.
in the previous over. Jaron Chacko, who was set to go after the bowling, and Nikhil Dutta again. He also got Adrian
Very
Gordon.
good. Yeah, he's a very good right arm off spinner.
Tremendous off spin.
Tremendous off spinner. Actually, I've seen him and I heard about him. He had a very excellent tournament in the US. How you doing, sir? Good. How about you?
as as I greet one of my umpires from New York, I don't know what he's doing here. He thinks I'm following him, but I was here before him.
I hope
so
that's not true.
yeah, he's following me. Yeah. So it's a pleasure to see
Look at that
Fitzroy.
again.
And
It was a good shot played on the.
yeah, safe. And just carefully placed in the air, going down to the long on area. Kind of a wide long on, more like a mid wicket, deep mid wicket.
Oops.
Nikhil, yeah, he's been devastating on the international circuit for Canada.
Canada.
And
Yep.
this one's hit in the
He had a
air.
very good day, and that was
and
out.
Manik is disappointed with himself. From the time the ball left the bat, it was
Well, it
he
was
felt
there
he
to
was
hit.
gonna be
He
out.
tried.
Yeah.
It couldn't connect it well.
so from being in
The
a
idea
very
was
strong
right behind
position
that.
there, with the loss of only 1 wicket and over 50 runs, the U.S.
I
team
mean-
has now crumbled, and we'll give you an update on the score.
What's the update on the score now?
It is 57 for 4 after 11.5 overs. So
So for everybody, it's
still
11.5
not in a
overs
terrible
here,
p-
57 for 4.
And
For Hassan Mirza point of view, spinners are doing the job.
well, that's the thing with 20 over cricket. The
Abs-
spinners have been
Spinners
getting
have
into
been,
their own.
and as you can see, last few years, spinners have been very handy, and especially when it comes to 2020.
Well,
They keep it tight. They bowl, wicket to wicket.
so I think that's one of the advantages the Canadian team will have
They have a
today.
very good squad of spinners. Yes,
The U.S. team has a ton of pacers,
right on.
but the Canadian team has a ton
Well,
of
I've seen the
spinners.
pitch. It will suit both of them, spinners as well, the pacers too. So Nikhil Datta back in,
Nice ball.
nice and straight.
The new batsman is Vic Jairam of Harvard. Vic is a tremendous batsman. He scored back-to-back centuries in the American College Cricket Home and Away series season last year, and has been known to devastate bowling.
Alrighty, so we love to see him bat today.
Yeah, there's a lot of great
And
batsmen
as
in the
US
US
point of
team.
view, they really want him to stay today and bat on. Hassan Mirza is back and strike again.
And this is when it's hit back over the head. It'll be four. No, there's a man down there.
This man down.
There's a man down in deep, almost behind the bowler, and stopped what looked like a certain four. Now the thing about Vic is also a tremendous fast bowler. He also opens the bowling for Harvard, so it's something that I've seen a lot with these.
Can we go out? Can we go out? Can we take the wire?
We've seen with a lot of players now. They're very much focused on being all-rounders.
Excellent bowling by Hassan Mirza. The fielder down there.
So plays misses outside the off stump, taken by the keeper.
Yeah, and that's what it does. That's what it's about him. Once in a odd time, he does a quickie. That was a quick one.
That one was flighted outside the off stump, taken by the keeper, who breaks the stumps.
It's a new batsman. He should take his time and try to build the inning. What do you think?
On the other hand, though, the overs are going by now. They're past the 11th over.
They
It's
still have
actually in
8
the
overs to
13th
go.
over, so
I think if USA still stay here, try to, just rotate the strike a little bit, stay on the wicket, get the feel of the ground, get the feel of the pitch.
you're right, because they haven't had a chance
It's
to
there
play
absolutely.
here.
They had no practice match.
Oh, nice.
That was a
deep
good
play.
shot. It was a nice shot.
But the man
There's
is
a man down there,
and takes
and
the
that
catch.
was out. So as I was saying,
So another blow there, losing Vic very early in his innings. 5 wickets down for American college cricket. I'm sorry, that wasn't Vic. That was the captain,
there was a captain of the team.
Manik Kutru. Oh wait, yes, I'm getting mixed up. It's very hard to tell
It's
under
very
these
hard.
helmets.
Well, as if we were discussing, this, I personally believe they should stay. I mean, there's still 8 overs to go. They can still score good, and they can put themselves in a position and give a little fightable total in the end. But that's going to happen if somebody and they try to stay on. Rotate the strike for a few overs, take singles, doubles, try to build the inning.
That's a good time to remind you, of course, that if you're into playing fantasy sports, which I've played a bit of fantasy football
Fantasy football, right on.
with NFL, and now you have the opportunity to do that with cricket, with Dream Series 11. So you can see those links on the American College Cricket Facebook page, and click on them and check it out. You can play free games and other games. So there's a lot of stuff there that can be fun, that adds to your enjoyment of the game. It actually is a good thing for the development of a, a bigger profile for the game. Saad Zafar, the left
Saad
arm.
Zafar is back in the strike. He's an excellent bowler. He played for a Canadian team. He had a very excellent tour in US. Left arm spinner. Bowls usually wicket to wicket. Once again, excellent bowling. So as US point of view, this is what I suggest. They're doing good now. Take their time, build the innings slowly. Take singles, rotate the strike, and last 4 or 5 overs go for the blow.
That would be what they need to do now. They did start off well.
They lost already 5 wickets now, I believe.
Then lost 4 wickets very quickly at a point. Nicely played, but well fielded.
Well filled. What's the fault? I believe that was a wine. So Canada plan is, I believe, nice and tight. It was excellent ball by Saad Zafar. It's end of over. So everybody, Ravinder Sharma is the bowler. Once again, excellent bowling. It was a chance of out. Well, I missed it. Good ball, as I was saying. Well, US need to stay calm, keep their Sharma again. Good shot. Nice and good shot. For 1. Beautiful atmosphere. Green ground. Excellent ball again for one. It's quite windy outside today. Beautiful atmosphere in King City, Ontario, Canada. That would be a white ball. I can sense it now. USA is trying to build the inning slowly, or they wanted to go for a shot, and that should be two. No, it will be. It's one. Hassan Mirza, Sharma. Excellent ball by Sharma. Beautiful atmosphere here. Excellent ground staff. Excellent friends here. West Canadian point of view, I know pretty much all the players what they're playing. Thank you. That will be a great help. And it's a call for two. It's a tight call, and they made it. So excellent running by US. Saad Zafar. Excellent tour in US. Was playing from Canadian team. Left arm spinner. Very bright, shining baller. Well, he used to, and about him is he used to ball fast, and now he's a multi-talented guy. Left arm spinner now, and he's very good with the bat too. Very
Hello.
handy all-rounder.
Hi. 1, 2.
That's for sure. He's gonna keep it nice and tight. So as I can sense it,
You were going so
USA is
well.
trying
What
to build
happened?
them.
I think we kind of lost concentration in the kind of sense that it's still early in the season. I mean, I can bring to say fitness comes into all of this. After the wicket loss, I think I was like trying to do everything by myself in that point where I was trying to be too innovative. After we lost the first wicket, that me and him had a good partnership building. So just a little bit of loss of concentration, I should say.
Yeah. Let's see. Should that up the wall again?
No, we're gonna use it back again.
Okay. Do it again.
So another over by Saad Zafar. It was an excellent over by Saad Zafar once again. So as I can sense it now, Canada is trying to keep it nice and steady. So they're bowling ball to ball. They're bowling straight. San Mirza, you can see him on the screen. I think he's gonna go for a change now. Sharma is back in. Nikhil Dutta is the bowler. He's back in. He had an excellent trip, excellent tour from Canadian team in US. Ball's really nice and straight. Ball's good. Right arm off spinner. It's a good shot for a single. So now what they're doing is they're trying to build the innings slowly. And they're doing good now. Getting the feel. Get the feel of the pitch. They're rotating the strike well. Good ball. It was a good shot. It was an edge. And that was out. So another wicket has fallen. As I was talking, they were trying to build the innings slowly. They were treading the strike well. It was going good for US for a little while. And they lost another wicket now. So now US, they're down, I believe, 74 for 5. 74 for 6. My apologies. It was a good catch. Excellent bowling by Nikhil Datta again. It was a good catch by Saad bin Zafar, as I have been told. Nice and windy outside today in King City, Ontario, Canada.
Hi, I'm Anya,
Excellent
and I'm here
atmosphere
at the
for
American
cricket.
College Cricket Dream 11 Series, USA versus Canada. And I'm here with Malik, the captain from USA. And Malik, you were doing so well. What happened?
Yeah, it's a tricky pitch out there. They brought on their spinners, and they're just bowling very intelligently and very well. And there was a little bit of a crumble there. We lost 4 wickets in the span of about 10 or 15 runs, so it happens. But I think we've done a decent job rebuilding, and hopefully we can go from there. We have a pretty strong bowling attack, so I'm pretty confident.
Oh. Nikhil Dutta. It's a good slog for. It was a misfield. Batsman will take the full advantage of that. It was a 2.
So,
So welcome back, Lloyd.
thank you. Just in time to see a good shot there. Just in time to see a good shot there, but of course, the American team needs to do some recovering right now. At 81 for 6 in the
81
18th
for 6.
over. Not much time really to do much, but if they can just hit the ball and get perhaps about 30, 40 runs, well, maybe not 40, but 30
Well,
runs.
they need to push it now because only 2 overs left now.
And
They're down 6.
Askima on strike. And
It
he's
was clean bowled. The pressure is doing the job for Canada. That's what they did today. They kept it nice and straight.
So as swinging over that one and getting bowled. And the 7th wicket for the U.S. fallen. Adnan on the non-striker's end. Adnan Syed, pretty good batsman himself. As Norris Glasgow goes out to the wicket. Norris has been a wicket keeper for Harvard. And the U.S. in a pretty bad position right now. As we spoke with Manik earlier, he actually was saying that the pitch was playing a bit difficult, and the spinners took advantage of that, bowling intelligently, and getting the results. So from just over 50 runs for the loss of 1 wicket, the U.S. now have lost their 7th wicket,
7 wicket.
and they're at 81 runs in the 18th over. So perhaps hoping to get to 100. And that would be at least something to defend. Of course, the pitch is on the side of the bowlers, and the American Pacers could take advantage of that if they keep a good line and let. They are full of Pacers. And they get 2 out to the mid-wicket area, moving the score up to 83. In the bright sunshine
Excellent
here.
ball again. Nice and straight.
At King City, you're watching the American College Cricket Dream 11 series. And we'll go to Anya. Anya,
Hi, I'm here with Esrab. And Esrab, how do you feel the game is going?
We had a decent start. It slowed down a little during the middle. We quick wickets fell, but I guess we need a strong finish over here. We need some big shots and finish strong.
Sounds like a great idea.
So back in. So next interview. So as I was mentioning, Canada is keeping it nice and simple. So after this over, I believe it's one more over to go. It's a good shot for a single. Farhan Mustafa Khan was the fielder. Good fielding by Farhan. Nice and happy guy. Must be happy with the total, but they're putting it on. Excellent athlete. Good all-rounder. Very positive contribution he does yearly towards the cricket. Nikhil Datta. And was a catch call. Batsman will take 2. Good running between the wickets, and they're going to go for third. So 3 runs. It was a misfield.
so 87 for 7, the US team, American College Cricket Dream 11 series. And this one is played out in the offside, looking for a single that's not there. And Norris wisely sends him back. So Adnan Syed looking for his first run. Norris already on 6. Norris Goscott, the wicketkeeper.
That was
An attempted pull. Clearly didn't get a hold of that. It's Nikhil Datta, the bowler. Nikhil has bowled 3.3 overs for 20 runs and taken 4 wickets. Repeating the devastation that he's been racking for Canada. And has been tremendous. Just been such a tremendous bowler in the last couple of years. He plays for Ryerson University and for the Canadian national team. Here he is representing Canadian college cricket.
good running between the wickets.
And they go for a
fielder
single
missed it.
that could have been dangerous. Was dangerous as a matter of fact.
Well, it's
But
3 balls to go now. I believe 2 balls to go.
there's no harm.
There's no harm. Batsman tried to go over the wicket, and it was an easy shot. Easy catch out. All right, I believe so. That's the end of it.
The end of the
And
American team's
American
innings
inning.
with that shot by Norris Goscott. And so a total of 90, 8 wickets.
90
in
for
20
8
overs.
wickets in 20 overs.
Nikhil Datta finishing with 5 wickets. So almost getting the 6 wickets he got for Canada in the recent ICC tournament, and really being a devastating bowler here once again today, as
So
he's
as lo-
shown that he
sorry.
can be. So we will see the US team taking the field shortly. And they don't have, quite honestly, they don't have a bowler of the
That's what
capability
my question was from you.
of Nikhil Datta. However, they do have some tremendous
So how do you
bowlers.
see, Lloyd, as U.S. point of view, how would you think they will respond with the Pacers?
Well, I
seeing
think
the conditions of the pitch and
well,
the
good
ground.
question. I think what they will probably do is the fact that they have a lot of pacers, so they can use them to keep a good line on length. The ball is
Absolutely.
not rising. The wicket is on the soft side with all
Wicket
the
is on the
rains.
soft side today, yep.
So it's kind of easier to focus on just getting that line on length because you're not going to get something from a bouncer. So it takes away the temptation of bowling bouncers. So you keep it on a line on length. Askima is a tremendous off spin bowler. So he will be their spin threat, if you want to put it that way. So really, I think they can focus on containing
Containing
Canada.
the score, Canada, yep.
And because the wicket is not exactly helping the batsman, it's not coming on that much.
Well,
They
I
can
hope to
perhaps
see a
beat
good
the bat.
fight from the U.S. side. It's a total, and I've seen a lot of matches played in King City, Ontario. It's not a huge total, but I think if they play good and they keep the pressure nice and straight from the beginning, there is a big chance of a good game we can witness.
Well, that's the thing. The way the pitch is playing, it's going to be a low total for
It'll
both
be a low
games
total
today.
for the both side. Absolutely, I would
And
agree.
that's why the key will be just focusing on getting those pacers, putting the ball in the right spot,
Absolutely.
and the wicket will help the batsman
Wicket
make
will
a
help the
mistake.
batsman. Absolutely,
Make a
absolutely.
mistake. So
Happy faces of Canadian college cricket team. Fran Mustafa Khan,
as we watch
Islam,
yes, the Canadian team come in,
Saad Zafar. Excellent bowling. Hassan Mirza is the captain. Happy face today.
a very
Happy face today. Well, game is not over yet. Noman Aslam,
Well, of course.
Asadi. Behind the scene, we have good people, good team. Well, it's good to see, kick it all around in Canada and U.S. It's a positive contribution. It's a good vibe.
I didn't realize we were on screen. I would be showing my better profile. Caught off guard here. um, so So we've seen the end of the American innings there, and now we'll take a break.
Yep.
And come back.
And we'll see you in 15, 20 minutes.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Didn't go very bad. It was okay. Thank you.
Canada needed 91 runs to win. And it's Avinash Chetipalli coming into bowl. And perhaps some movement down behind the bowler. Batsman moves away. And not a high total, but it is a hard wicket to bat on. And this one is pitched well. Stroked out into the offside. Hassan Mercer, the captain at the non-striker's end. And happy and probably confident. Getting USA limited to a total of 90 in there, 20 overs for 8. A function largely of the pitch. This one stroked the offside and it's misfielded. And the fielder will now chase that down, while the batsman only get a single. So they could have taken advantage of that and gotten a 2, but instead they only got a single. Of course, there's, in a sense, no rush at this early stage. It'll be Hassan Mercer on strike. And pitch, as I was saying, very helpful to the bowlers. Looking for a single that's not there. Mercer has to rush back. It's Abram Khan in the square leg position, runs around. So with the rains recently and of course the winter, the pitch itself on the soft side. That's why we're playing with a mat today. You are watching the American College Cricket Dream 11 series. And it's wide outside the off stump. It'll go away for 4 wides. So after a few balls restricting the Canadian team, giving away 4 runs there. So Avinash Chetipalli in bowling. And this is in the first over of the American College Cricket Dream 11 series. It's Norris Goscott of Harvard behind the wicket. Jaron Chaco also wicket keeps. Like many players, he's taken to doing almost every position on the field. Chetipalli once more. Right arm. Bowling medium pace today. Will often bowl faster from a longer run-up. Of course, this side is full of pacers. Vic Jairam, Adrian Gordon, Manik Kutru, Avinash Chetipalli, Adnan Syed, and the spinner of note on the American team is Askima. Askima's played for NYU Polytechnic. He also played in the New York High School League, the NYPD Youth League, and this truly has a history of playing cricket throughout his school years that it would be so nice to see happen all over more. Of course, arriving here yesterday, we were pleased to play at the indoor facility of CricNet through the courtesy of the Ontario Cricket Academy, Derek Pereira, and the Ontario Cricket Academy. Wonderful academies run over the years. As this one's hit over the backward point position for 4. A glorious shot. Played with ease. And the bowler Adnan Syed straying outside the off stump. Batsman wasted no time. I believe and the batsman's name is Sharoz Shah. I remember seeing Sharoz bat in Florida. one of his fans um, yelling out to him, and he played some lovely strokes as we just saw here once again. Adnan again, but this time there's a man down there, nicely fielded with his left arm, and saved 3 runs. That was a glorious shot, and what appeared to be the gap, but of course it was the gap of inner fielders. The captain, Minik Kutru, had just placed a fielder down there after the boundary on the previous ball. So Syed being greeted harshly by Shiroz. Hassan Mirza just plays defensively forward, fielded. So really lovely sunshine, clear blue skies, slight chill in the wind. And we'll give you an update on the score. And it is, as Adnan Syed comes in, it's 8 runs without a loss of any wicket. And we're in the second over. A better ball by Syed. Here comes Syed once more. Syed normally plays for Wayne State. And that was a good ball outside the off stump. And Hassan leaves it alone. So yes, the Ontario Cricket Academy, headed by Derek Pereira for some years now, over 10 years, and has really helped develop some key players in the Toronto area. And that's nicely played. Misfield there at the backward point position. Gus got the keeper, gets the return. So Ontario Cricket Academy helping to host us at CrickNet indoor facility for some practice yesterday, and that was really helpful. So Avinash Chetipalli from Wayne State, right arm comes in, pitched up well nicely, and Hassan plays defensively. So this is the first game in the 2015 American College Cricket Dream 11 series, and we'd like to acknowledge sponsors of the Canadian College Cricket team, Black Ash. Black Ash, of course, a market of cricket equipment, and we urge you to support them, as we urge you to support all our sponsors who are investing in what we're doing. Thank you for that. We're back. And that's a good ball, but stroked nicely by Shiroz. And they could have gotten two there, but settled for a single. I think in this format of cricket, there has to be a different approach to running whereby you run every time the first run as though you're looking for a second. There'll be times you will get that second run, and there'll be times you'll put the fielder under pressure and contribute to another, if not run. So Chetipalli finishing is over, and it's Adnan Syed once more. Stroke nicely by Shiroz into the offside. Fielded, no run. Again, stroke nicely in the gap. It'll elude a diving fielder and going towards the boundary. Again, the outfield, even though the grass is nicely cut, it's a bit soft, so a little slow going for the ball, and they don't get a boundary. Have to pardon me for not updating the score constantly. We are working with some challenges here, and one of them is with the scoring. Score now 16 runs for the loss of no wicket in 3.2 overs. And he beats him there with that one. But they hurry a single. So good ball. And the score moves up to 17 without loss. Canada versus USA. American college cricket versus Canadian college cricket. And it's now 18, sorry about that. Of course, American college cricket was founded in late 2008 by me. And it's been a great ride so far. We keep trying to do what we can to move the game forward. And now we're pleased that Canadian college cricket has been launched to do the same in Canada as we've been doing in the United States. And it's ably led by Hassan Mirza of Ryerson University. As we see our photographer Anya Katrine roaming the fields with the camera. You'll be seeing lots of action pictures posted on our Facebook page, American College Cricket, in the days ahead. As a matter of fact, I'll be editing them on the plane ride home. We treasure those pictures. They're memories for our players. And that's a good ball, but nicely played by Hassan Mirza, eluding the slip fielder and going down, but there's a man on the third man boundary, just a single. So we've been very we've been very pleased with the reception to our photographs over the years that we've been doing them. the action photographs. And whilst I've mainly done most of them, I'm always happy the contribution of others. We've had Amir Siddiqui as Adnan said, this one is wide outside the off stump. And the umpire will exercise by raising his hands outstretched to signal a wide. And Anya Catherine is doing our photography, among other duties. Here comes Adnan Syed. Pitches that one up. Batsman doesn't get a hold of it. Is there a man down in deep? No, there isn't. It'll be four. So Shars Feroz going about this in a business-like fashion, going for shots, trying to get to this total and get to lunch as soon as possible. Adnan Syed once more, right arm. And a lot of activity behind the wicket there for Norris Gascott of Harvard. Norris, of course, has been one of our top wicket keepers over the last couple of years. If you look at the stats on Crick HQ for catches, you'll see Norris at the top or number 2 every year he's played. This one is lofted nicely, and it'll be, let's see where that lands. It'll 4 runs. Lovely shot by Shiraz Shah. And we did see some glorious shots by him in Florida at the American College Cricket National Championship. Now, if you were into playing fantasy sports, like I said a couple of times, I've played fantasy football before. Now I have the opportunity to play fantasy cricket on Dream 11, and it's fun. And I spent a couple of winters playing NFL football, fantasy football. Now we all have the option to play fantasy cricket on Dream 11. They're the premier fantasy cricket website in the world. So click on any of those links that we've posted on our American College Cricket Facebook page and check it out. And we also, of course, appreciate their sponsorship of this event. A nicely stroked by Hassan Mirza in the gap. The ball wasn't hit hard, so it was just a single in it. As Manik Kutru, the Harvard captain, today the USA captain in this Dream 11 series. And to remind you, of course, this is it in the air. Well, straight behind the bowler for 4. Continuing his onslaught is Suraj Shaw. So one of his fans alerting him to the fact that he thinks the cameras are not in short. They probably are, but nevertheless, good warning. As we see Adrian Gordon coming down in the deep, we've yet to see him bowl. Interesting strategy by the USA captain, bowling his 2 bowlers out full, even though they have not seemed to have had any effect on curbing Shahruz Shah's onslaught. So we're eager to see what he'll do soon in terms of who he will bring in next to have an effect, a dampening effect on this scoring by Shah. Mirza has not had to do much but hold his end, and Shah has been doing the hitting. Remind you, the USA MVP for this series will receive a Renegade bat and Renegade gloves. This one's pitched up in the black hole. Nice ball dug out by the batsman, and the Renegade bat looked pretty good to me. It didn't get here as of last night, even though it was definitely shipped. So here's hoping it's back at the hotel when we get there. Oh, now lovely shot. What a glorious shot there by Shafroz. He picked that up with such ease, with a swivel, and put it over square leg safely, one bounce to the fence for four. So this kind of stroke play, as I said, we saw a bit of it in Florida from Sharoz, and it's a delight. Tell me your name so I can introduce it. What's his name?
Right.
Ready? I'd like to welcome Minaj joining me on the commentary.
Thank you.
Welcome, Minaj.
Thank you.
Now, we've certainly had great weather here so far. I mean, it's a little on the cool side, but
Yeah, I know.
once you're running around, it's not so bad.
It's a decent weather. It's getting warmer as the day progresses. The Canadian team is looking really good. The opening pair is putting up a good stand. Shaw is looking really aggressive out there.
Well, here we see in the attack,
There you go.
Askima, and his first ball is a full toss that's put away for six. Um, Az is about 6'4", and has been a tremendous player over the years. He started, of course, as a little boy, but he played high school cricket in New York. Of course, New York has a high school cricket league. Many people might not know that, but they have a very big high school cricket league. And then from that, he also played in the NYPD Youth League.
Okay.
And of course, he played in American college cricket and has been one of our top players. The first ball would not tell you that, but of course, that was his first ball. So the American team will obviously hope that introducing a spinner can change how it's gone so far as we watch him right arm. And Sharoz wastes no time in putting that over kind of like a point position for four. One bounce into the boundary. So Adrian Gordon now having a word with the vice captain, now having a word with Az. Not a good start.
Well, yeah, the spinner is the second ball he balled. I thought he balled a really good ball, but as I said, Shah is really strong on the offside. You can judge by the inside out six that he hit over covers, two shots. It's really strong on the offside.
Yeah, and I actually remember a photograph I took of him playing a offside shot in Florida as comes in again. Oh, wow. Speaking of being strong on the offside, I think the American team needs to put all the fielders on the offside at this point.
They definitely need to have one guy on the sweeper. I think they had one, but Sheros is kind of picking up the gap. He has too much time. That's a quality of a good batsman. They always have enough time to play stroke plays, and Sheros is keep finding his gaps on the offside. I think it's going to be a real challenge for the bowler to come back now. 3 more balls to go. I hope he makes a good comeback.
Well, let's see what he does. And that one's flighted up. That certainly was not the comeback that he wanted, and that's put away.
There you go. As I mentioned, like, look at that shot.
Uh,
Full toss given offside off stump, and Sheros wasted no time, just hit it over point for 6.
Az must really be feeling awful at this point. Um, he's been a pretty good off spinner in the past, and clearly, just over, bowling 2 full tosses is clearly not what he wants to do at this point.
I think it's just the first game. The weather is on the cooler side, so there's a couple of more games today and tomorrow. I think the U.S. team is going to make a strong comeback.
Well, they definitely have a very strong batting lineup, and the bowling is strong in the pace area. I did think it was a little. Here we see Az. Let's see what he can do here. And that's a nice shot. Is there a man down there now? There's
That was driven really hard, but I thought the fielder didn't do a good job there. When the bowler is going for runs, fielders definitely need to back up the bowler. That was a misfield. Sheros cashed in another 4.
But to me, at this point, I'm wondering why there's no fielder down in the deep on the offside there. Sure has shown
Did-
time and again in this
Did you
over.
did
what
you
he can
have
do.
one sweeper on the offside?
I guess I can't see him from here. Yeah, we really don't have the best vantage points for that area.
That's a good ball. In dipper, flighted nicely.
Well, he is a very good bowler. This over would be no indication of what he can do. But that happens on occasion. A bowler can, especially at the
Yeah.
beginning of their spell, look into flight. You can misjudge. It can come out of your hand. So you're listening, of course, to I'm Lloyd Jodah, founder and president of American College Cricket, and Minaj is here with me. Minaj is from the Toronto area. I'm almost from the Toronto area, though from New York. I've visited here so often, and of course my brother is Canadian, so pretty close in the area to me, especially Mississauga. Now, Shorosa is making easy work of this total, even though the pitch in itself is not the easiest to bat on because the ball is not coming on as well as you would want. None of that is deterring him. So on strike will be Hassan Mirza, who is almost unnoticeable out there, the way our Sharoz has been going. And that's a good ball. Does it get to the boundary? A misfield, no, it didn't. Good ball. Came off the bat, but there was
I think
nobody close.
I think Hassan is doing a good job there. His Sheros is batting really well. Hassan is just rotating the strike, giving him the strike as much as possible. That's what we got to do. Canadian team is batting really sensibly. Look at him go again. That's a 6 again over a
What a
point.
shot. Flick of the wrist there, and that one went over backward point. But it was a bad idea by Adrian Gordon to drop that one short. There's no bounce in this pitch. And it's now 68 without loss. No bounce in this pitch. No need to go for bouncers. Of course, I'm sorry, it's 7-1 after 6.2 overs. A tremendous scoring rate here, largely by Sharosa, as Minaj rightly said. Hassan is doing exactly what he needs to do. Just let Sharoz do the thing that he's doing, which is playing and delighting us with some wonderful shots here. Adrian, of course, has the typical temperament of a tearaway pacer, even though he's bowling off a short run-up right now. He would drop it in short again, as he did. This one is a pretty good ball, but nicely defended by Sharoz. Adrian normally comes in off of a tearaway long run-up. And as one English writer wrote about Adrian, he said he runs in like a man who just heard you say something about his mother. And I've enjoyed watching him bowl in the past. The short run up, though, he uses from time to time for situations like this, where containment. I believe I used the word containment. It doesn't apply in this case. It's another six there by Shiroza.
I think the previous ball he balled was really quick and he cramped him for room. The third one, it was too short and too slow. Sheros again had too much time to rock back on the back foot and hit it over mid-off for six.
Yep, and I like how he turned the face of the bat to put it exactly where he wanted to put it. Adrian, nice ball. But in the gap, they were easily played by Shiroz. We're seeing some delightful stroke play by Shiroz Shah,
Well, absolutely. I think his 50 is up.
and that's his 50. And an excellent 50 there. We've been delighted with some glorious shots by Shiroz. Uh, getting, well, not yet, but of course, appearing to take the win for Canada all by himself. And that's a nice stroke there by Hassan. Just taking a single and putting Shiroz back on strike, Minaj.
Absolutely.
That's the
Hassan
thing
is
to do.
playing his captain's inning very sensibly, rotating the strike, giving strike as much as possible to Sherif Shah, who's just aggressively getting us the run chase total. I'd like to take this opportunity, Lloyd, and thank the U.S. Organizers such as yourself and the whole U.S. team to coming to Toronto, making this event possible, and supporting the Canadian Cricket Canada's vision, which is to promote cricket in Canada, especially in the youth, especially guys that are in university and college.
Thank you. Well, let's see who's the bowler here. Tushan Pillai of Syracuse. He's usually very fast. He's been one of the top bowlers in American college cricket since Syracuse University came into American college cricket. And he's bowled really well every time I've seen him. Let's see what he does here for the American College Cricket Dream 11 team. Nicely turned off the hips there by Hassan Mirza, and I'll run away for four. Lovely shot by Hassan, displayed with ease. It's actually one of my personal favorite shots, the leg glance.
Oh, absolutely. Hassan has an excellent technique, and he's one of our classic batsmen. He just used the bowler's pace, and bowler was just off the line on the leg side. Hassan is really strong off his pads. Just leg glanced it, cashed in a boundary again.
Well, Shorostar would be putting up a ton of fantasy points on Dream 11 for anyone if you had it in your fantasy team. This one is down the leg side. And Norris Gasket of Harvard takes it. Norris, as I've said earlier, has been at the top of our catches stats on Crick HQ for the past couple of years. And that's a testament to his skills as a wicket keeper. A self-taught cricketer, started playing cricket at the age of 19. As Tushan comes out, very good ball. Hassan looking to play the other way and coming on the outside edge, it seems.
And that one just seemed away from Hassan. Really good ball. Cramped him up.
Well, Tushant coming into the attack now reminds me, I was a little surprised that the captain took a while to change the ball end. And that's a wide. There was an appeal there. And some thought that you got a touch on that. Instead, we saw the white signal by the umpire. So here comes Tushant once more. Tushant Pillai, Syracuse University. And nice ball, nice shot. An even better shot. Just an easy swivel there by Hassan Mirza to put that one away backward of point. I was just thinking, and I actually said it, that was a nice ball by Tushant, but a better shot.
Oh, absolutely. It's just a short arm jab. Again, he had plenty of time to rock back on the back foot. Just play with the short arm jab. Not a bad ball, though, by the bowler.
Yeah, so we're seeing some delightful batting here. That's the plus side. some really delightful batting. But of course, for the American team, it's not such a delightful sight because they've been hoping that they could have defended that total. As we bring back Wajid into the commentary,
Right. Thank you, Lloyd.
and this one's off the pad there by Hassan, and they'll get a leg by. Thank you, Minaj.
Much Manaj.
So you're watching American College Cricket Dream 11 Series 2015 USA versus Canada. Renegade Cricket, of course, providing the bat and glove for the MVP trophy award for the American team. Black Ash sponsoring the Canadian college cricket team. Black Ash is a cricket equipment seller here in Canada as well. And we also want to express our appreciation to the Toronto District Cricket Association,
Special thanks to them,
who
absolutely.
has been a partner with us in this event taking place. And of course, a lot of people know about the wonderful facilities here at the Toronto District Cricket Association, the Maple Leaf Cricket Club.
The Maple Leaf Cricket Ground, yep.
And it's lovely to be here. Tushant, once more, right arm. Digs that one in. Nicely played by Shiraz, backward of point. And this one will run away. Nice save there
It's a nice looking shot for 2.
by Abran Khan down on the boundary. Yeah, nice shot, right, Wajid? But I didn't think that ball would run away like it did.
I would think so, yeah. So as we...
Oh, and that was the winning.
Also,
run.
that was the
That was the
so that was the
winning
end of
runs.
it. And so Lloyd, we're gonna come back to the point as we were talking earlier about this game. It was a small total. USA put it on for Canada, I believe, and you expected a little bit more from the Pacers, I believe.
Well, I would say I was, yeah, I definitely did. What I was surprised by, and of course, I'm not the captain, I don't know what's going on out there. I did think that having the 2 bowlers who started bowl out their full overs when they were having no effect on the batsmen was
Absolutely,
little,
absolutely. It was a
you know,
little overballed.
yeah.
I would say so. I mean, they should have bring the spinners earlier because they have seen the conditions and it was suiting the spinners, and they should have put on spinners as compared to the Pacers.
And or even just change the bowling at that
Even
point.
just change the bowler.
Yeah. And we did see both Tushant and Adrian bowl some good balls, even though they also were scored on. They did bowl some good balls. So it really could have been a question of strategy there.
Absolutely.
But we
Once
can't take
again,
anything
we
away from
can't take
the amazing batting by Shiroz Shah and the wonderful supporting role played by Hassan Mirza.
by Hassan Mirza.
So we see the batsman walking into the pavilion. A
it was a
tremendous
good knock
innings
by Hassan
Shiroz
Mirza.
Shah.
Shiroz Shah, it was good knock.
And a
Happy
wonderful
faces
supporting
of
role by
Canadian
Hassan
college team.
Mirza. So a disappointed USA team comes off the field, and they'll want to regroup and do better in the second match, which we'll see
Well, I think
later
they'll be
today
okay. It's
at
just
about
been,
3 o'clock.
it was the first match. They didn't get a chance to practice more. They had no warm-up match. Conditions are a little different than US, and I would say so. Ground conditions are different. Pitch is different. And that will now by the end of this game, they still have 2 more games to go. And I believe they would realize the fact that they should use the spinners and the pacers quite wisely if they shuffle around, as you suggested earlier. Lloyd?
Yes, I think the strategy with the bowling could have been different. But again,
Once again,
it's
the
the
compliments
captain's
to
decision out there, and
absolutely.
it's easy for
All
us to say.
congratulations to Canadian
Yeah.
college team. Hassan Mirza did some good captaincy there. Put the right Scott in, and guys played excellent. Excellent batting and excellent.
Nickel Dutta's bowling,
Nickel Dutta's
5
bowling
wickets
was
to-
excellent.
to really devastate the middle order for the US team when they were putting up such a good total. They were at
Absolutely,
over
and
50
that time they
runs,
were trying to build the inning.
over 50
And they were
runs
trying
for
to
loss
rotate
of
the
1
strike,
wickets.
and Nickel Dutta
1 wicket.
was
Came on, took 5 wickets, and that was it for the US team.
and a
So
very good economy rate, though, by the way. So
always.
he bowled very good.
So really and truly, we can't, in as much as it was a tremendous win by the Canadian team, credit the performances by the top players. Nickel Dutta, 5 wickets. Shore saw some tremendous stroke player there,
Excellent.
scoring 50 plus.
Sadzafar bowled some excellent overs to another side.
The supporting
So-
role by
so-
Hassan Mir.
So spinners and pacers did the jobs.
So that's it.
So
We'll see you later.
We'll see you
at
later. And
about
after
3 o'clock
one,
for the second
I
game.
believe, for the second game. Good luck to both of the teams.